filed a lawsuit against Robi Higgins, who's the city clerk for the city of Grantville, for failing to comply with the Georgia open records laws.
You need anything from the Roughnecks with the trash that's been giving you hell, you just let us know, sir. We got your back.
GT went hot in Coweta County at the courthouse, where Grantville resident Robert Royce has filed a lawsuit in the Superior Court against Grantville City Clerk Roberta Robi Higgins. I have covered a specific body camera video where portions were redacted that could possibly link Mayor Richard Proctor to some wrongdoings. I even served an intent to sue for other related First Amendment violations. After serving the intent to sue, Proctor targeted and retaliated against me, and the Grantville Police Department issued a criminal citation. On January 22nd, 2024, Robert filed a lawsuit against Robi Higgins. This lawsuit appears to not be for monetary gain. This lawsuit is filed to force the city of Grantville to follow the Georgia Open Records Act. There is also a pending federal lawsuit filed by Robert for city council voting to indict him for filing too many open records requests. I will not go into any specifics of the lawsuit just yet until it has been served to the city clerk, Robi Higgins. Once the suit has been served, I will do an update to the story and break everything down.
I filed a lawsuit against Robi Higgins, who's the city clerk for the city of Grantville, for failing to comply with the Georgia open records laws. There's numerous violations that she committed. In my attempt to obtain a police body cam of a possible intimidation of a witness. The request was made for the body cam in November. They went beyond a 3-day statutory limit to comply. Eventually it was turned over to me, redacted. I requested on numerous occasions for an unredacted copy to be provided. The other very concerning fact here is the same officer who the body cam was on and his actions are in question is the same officer they assigned to pull the body cam and provide it for the response to an Open Records Act. That was a current law enforcement investigation in progress. Well, I did obtain all the investigation reports, and the investigator said there was no crime. The case is closed, no prosecution. So that kind of is in conflict with what the actual investigating officer says. And the second issue would be they're claiming that there was personal information contained on that video. Well, they clearly, at the beginning, redact when the person of interest states personal information like they're supposed to, and the rest of that conversation is intact. It's not redacted. So the question here is, what personal information would a police detective bring to a person of interest, and why would that police detective be providing that personal information to the person of interest? There's no reasonable conclusion why that would occur. So that's what we're at. The city is non-responsive to any of my requests to remedy the problem out of court. My last request, they completely ignored it, didn't answer it, and here we are, serving a lawsuit against the city of Grantville. The city of Grantville only understands litigation and exposure. They seem to, by their past practice, have totally ignored the Open Records Act and other provisions of Georgia law.
Mayor Richard Proctor also writes articles for the Noonan Times-Herald in Noonan, Georgia, where Proctor is allowed to exercise his freedom of press. However, citizen journalists that question Grantville issues may be issued a criminal citation. Proctor has gained the attention of YouTube channel Frauditor Wrangler, aka Michael Kaiser. Kaiser is a convicted felon out of the state of Alabama. Kaiser is also awaiting court for more felony charges still pending. Proctor appeared to have entered a comment on Kaiser's live chat on or around January 20th, 2024. Quote, "Mayor Proctor here had a great meeting with my state representative. We are working on laws to stop this crap. The First Amendment was never intended for this." End quote.
Privilege to speak here. But Mayor Richard Proctor in the house. And, Your Honor, thank you for being here. And if you need anything from the Roughnecks with the trash that's been giving you hell, you just let us know, sir. We got your back.
Kaiser went on to confirm that this was Richard Proctor. Kaiser stated that he and the Roughnecks have Proctor's back. Proctor made the statement the day I was issued the citation that he was going to get the frauditor guy all over me.
Wife beater Clarence. You don't get this
Really?
wife beater Clarence?
Go get him.
I'll just call Mr. Frauditor. He'll be all over you. I'll just call Mr. Frauditor. He'll be all over you.
Why would an elected official appear to issue a threat to a citizen journalist to have a convicted felon all over him? Why would an elected official align himself and the city of Grantville with a convicted felon? I guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree after Police Chief Whitlock placed a convicted felon in a police cruiser for a day to block traffic. Why would Proctor approach a state representative to have laws passed that restricts freedom of the press? As Proctor himself writes articles for the Noonan Times Herald.